women's singles, and it is the two-time defending champion TAI Tzu Ying of Chinese Taipei up against the 2014 Commonwealth Games gold medalist Michelle Lee from Canada. Well, when you look at that, Sina Nehwal also in this section of the draw. She, of course, was in the final of this tournament 4 years ago and Olympic bronze medalist in 2012 in London. So the players come on to court for this women's singles. We saw an upset earlier today in the women's singles with Pusala Venkata Sindhu going down to Sung Ji-hyun of Korea. We've seen an upset in the men's doubles with the two-time defending champions Gideon and Sukamuljo losing their match. And as far as TAI Tzu Ying is concerned,
black. So red,
there she is on the left as we look at them. Simon Au from Hong Kong.
So service, right?
He's our umpire for this one. Well, TAI Tzu Ying 2 years ago beat Ratchanok Intanon in the final. Last year beat Akane Yamaguchi, the 24-year-old from Kaohsiung, world #1. She's enjoying her 117th week in total as world #1. That's 1 week shy of equaling Wang Yihan, who was world #1 for 118 weeks. But since the inception of the Super Series, Li Shuirui holds the record, 123 weeks as world #1. So, as far as she is concerned, making her 9th consecutive appearance here at the All England Championships, whereas her opponent, Michelle Lee, is making her 7th appearance here. 27-year-old, born in Hong Kong, but now lives in Markham in Greater Toronto region in southern Ontario. And Markham is where we had the World Junior Championships last year. Now, she was quarter-finalist at this event 5 years ago, lost to Ratchanok Intanon. But in the very first round, she put out a seed, and the seed she put out was the #8 seed, a certain TAI Tzu Ying, her opponent of today. And when she reached the quarter-final, she was the first Canadian to reach the quarter-final here for 35 years, since Wendy Carter in 1979. This, as you can see, is the 7th meeting between these two players. The previous 6, TAI Tzu Ying has won 5 of them. Last time they met was in the last 16 of the Malaysian Open last year. That was a 750 event, and it was 2 straight games, and it was under 30 minutes for that victory in Kuala Lumpur. So there, as I was telling you, is Simon Au, our umpire for this one. Incidentally, the only time that Michelle Lee beat her opponent was that very first meeting here at the All England Championships. And since then, she's only won 1 further game. So TAI Tzu Ying has only played 1 tournament so far this year. She lost in the quarter-final of the Malaysian Masters to Ratchanok Intanon, who went on to win the title. And Michelle Lee has played 3 tournaments. And I suspect that after the injury scares that both these players have had, they've probably had a little bit of a rest over the new year. And perhaps then followed it up with a very hard training period, I suspect, this lady, because she had a torso injury at the end of last year in the World Tour finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, TAI Tzu Ying, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Michelle Lee, Canada. Michelle Lee to serve. Level play.
So Canada's Michelle Lee getting this first round women's singles match underway against the two-time defending champion, TAI Tzu Ying. Well, there's no doubting that the outstanding player of 2018 was TAI Tzu Ying. 10 finals from 15 tournaments played, winning 8 titles. Quite remarkable. In fact, she was in the final of her first 6 tournaments of 2018. 6 World Tour events, which beat the previous record of 5 Super Series women's singles titles in a calendar year. A record she herself held, along with others. Dropped in. But Morton, it's great to see Michelle Lee back moving well after the Olympic Games. Immediately after the Olympic Games, she had double surgery on torn tendons in both her hip and knee.
Yes.
And she'd actually had a fractured foot as well playing the Olympic Games.
I can't believe she had so many injuries when she played.
Exactly, and played the Olympics, and immediately afterwards went through all that surgery. Out for 7 months, her first tournament back, the Peruvian International Challenger event. She probably won it.
I think she did. But she had a very, very busy year last year in 2018. She qualified for the World Tour finals. Probably the player in the whole world that played most tournaments. I think
23.
It was 23 or 24, yeah.
23.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. So she's a busy person.
Yeah.
Service over.
A little bit of trickery there.
Yeah, really well played here by TAI Tzu Ying. But I agree with you, it's staggering statistics against Michelle Lee. And the reason being that TAI Tzu Ying has got that kind of game that Michelle Lee is really not liking too much, because she's holding and flicking and turning her all the time. And that's where it's very tricky for Michelle Lee to take all these deceptions in her legs. She tends to have, if she's gone one way, it's very difficult for her to change direction.
Yeah. But that said, Morton, I think really there's only one player that seems to enjoy playing against TAI Tzu Ying, and that's Ratchanok Intanon.
Yeah, they're almost the same, those two.
Great deceptions, both of them, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Service over.
Now, she makes that look easy, but to come forward and play that backhand kill and keep it straight is technically very difficult.
Very, very difficult. And she's doing it with such power that it almost looked like in the men's doubles.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Service over. 4-6.
Yeah.
Service over.
Comprehensively outmaneuvered.
7-4.
Not enough on that round the head shot from Michelle Lee, I suspect, Morton.
No, not enough. See, once again, hold and flick and holding all the time, and Michelle is just getting late. She can't really move forward. She can't do anything because she has to stand still and wait to see what's coming. But I suspect that Michelle Lee would have been a little bit upset with herself last year in 2018 at the All England, because in the first round she actually beat Ratchanok Intanon. And that was really close, 21-19 in the third and final game. But then went on in the second round to lose to Mia Blichfeld from Denmark.
Yeah. And that was 2 straight games.
It was straight games, yes.
Yeah.
And she was not even close.
No.
Service over. 9-5.
That's a good smash. And it makes it easy for Michelle to follow up on the next one. She's into a forward movement and hitting it really nicely and crisp. And should this ever come back, there's only one way, and that's a straight block.
Service over. 10-6.
That backhand was super. That little hold and lift deep into the forehand corner of Michelle Lee.
That's out.
Service over. 7-10.
There it is again. And another careless error.
8-10.
I was just about saying, and there, this one is again also going out. It's good for Michelle Lee to hang on here. 8-10. It's closing the gap is pretty good for her.
After that, love 5 deficit. Good rally. Oh, well played. Oh,
wow.
That is a super shot.
She was completely out of balance, trying to look at this and still playing such a beautiful shot.
But the fascinating thing, Morten, is by the fact that by the time she'd finished her shot, she was in balance and she was moving forward.
She was.
3-point advantage for the two-time defending champion.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach, you don't do it. 11-8. Play.
Way long.
12-8.
I know it's difficult, Morten, because TAI Tzu Ying is just so good. But if you'd been courtside, what would you have advised Michelle Lee?
I would definitely keep straight lines. As soon as you go cross court and opening up, that gives TAI Tzu Ying more angles to play. I would definitely go long lines and make it as simple as possible. I also try to get TAI Tzu Ying away from the net. And I don't know what you call these shots, but I call them long net. So
yes,
instead of playing them tight to the net, just play them long into the court and give TAI Tzu Ying, again, nothing to feed on. That could probably take some of the trickery away from her as well.
Yeah, but that was perfect trickery, wasn't it? Yeah, just to explain, you play back to the net, but it's almost as if the shuttle is going to land on the front service line, so that your opponent can't play really tight.
They can't play tight, and it's also delaying what they can do, so you get more time.
Look at that again.
15-8.
And I don't think that Michelle is actually using the advantage of the fact that she's playing against the drift. So again, perhaps play more shots towards the back line as well. higher lifts, give her plenty of time. Standing on the back line, yeah, that's fine. As long as my shot is good, I can defend whatever.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's like a one-way traffic.
Yeah, 6 straight points. Oh, 7 straight points.
And that's what I meant. When you go cross court, you open up, that's where you run.
That's the problem.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect example, explaining exactly what you were talking about. There we go. Well, the run comes to an end, but it has made a big difference to this opening game.
9-17.
10-8 to 17-8. Almost as if she changed her mind there.
17.
She's got so many options, didn't know which one to choose.
That's sometimes a problem for her.
Service over. 18-10.
Oh, that's a beauty, isn't it?
19-10.
But that's what I meant when I say that Michelle Lee can't really take it in her legs. You know, when she's gone one direction, she can't really stop and change it. And that's why she's so much in trouble against Tai Tzu Ying.
Challenge here from Tai Tzu Ying. Pulled in, she thought it was out. Yeah, was in.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 11-19. Play. Oh, 19.
Oh yes, look at that.
Service over.
Just bends the knees, crouches down, guides the shuttle into the open space. And it's now 8 game point opportunities for the 2-time defending champion. Only needed the one.
First game won by
21-12 opening game.
21-12.
13 minutes and Tai Tzu Ying looking very good indeed. Chen Chen. So how was your Canadian there?
My Canadian is fine. No trouble.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1.
As long as they don't talk French.
7 game. Level play.
Well, starts the second game.
Service
Tai Tzu
over.
Ying with an error, service
1
error.
love.
I think that's the first of the match so far. Oh, yes.
Service over. 1-0.
Yeah, that's another wonderful example of Michelle Lee trying to change direction, but not having the power in the legs to be able to do so.
And that's another one there.
Yeah.
2-1.
Seemed to be there, but seemed to mistime it. And when Michelle Lee did win the gold medal at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, you and I were both there.
We were in 2014.
Yeah, first ever Canadian to win the women's singles gold medal.
Service over.
But the fourth Canadian in the
2-3.
Commonwealth Games final in the women's singles discipline. So a little bit of history made. Oh, look at that again.
Yeah, one more time.
Look at that.
Yeah.
But this is a real problem for opponents, because if you hit to the back of the court, you know that Tai Tzu Ying's overheads are so deceptive.
Yeah, but you have to choose between one of two evils.
Yeah.
And that's what
And which is the lesser of the two evils?
Exactly. I would, you know, from my point of view, I would probably want to keep her on the baseline as well, backline as much as possible.
Interesting. It's just wide. Morgan, you were in Kuala Lumpur earlier this year for the Malaysian Masters.
Yes.
And I'm interested as to whether you thought Tai Tzu Ying was just having one of those matches against Ratchanok because Ratchanok has a better record against Tai Tzu Ying than anybody else, or did she look as if she'd been in a really heavy training period as well?
She was, I can't say, the only thing I can say, she was not ready.
Yeah.
That whether she was having a niggly small injury, slept badly at night, or whatever it was, heavy training, I don't know. But she was definitely not playing to her best of her ability. And I think even Ratchanok was quoted in the papers the following day saying that this is my easiest win ever over Tai Tzu Ying.
Yes, it was 13 and 14, wasn't it?
It was.
So it's done well, back level. Oh, dear me.
Service over.
That's one service error apiece, I think.
Seven, 5.
Oh, there it is again.
That's exactly the same shot.
5.
If she pushed flat, then she wouldn't to the back of the court, then Tai Tzu Ying wouldn't have the time for the deception on the overhead.
No.
Surely that's got to be a better option on the return of serve.
But that's what I'm saying. Pin her to the back line as much as you can.
But without giving her time.
Of course.
Yeah.
But then if you get in trouble at the front of the net and you really have to lift, don't give her, you know, if you play some fast ones, she can sort of intercept them, Tai Tzu Ying, quite well. So then lift it very high and give yourself time to get back into position and give Tai Tzu Ying nothing to feed on.
Yeah.
So there, these two options.
That's perfect, isn't it? Back line, plumb on the line. Oops.
Service over. 10-6. Service over. 7-10. Service over.
So it's a 4
11-7
points advantage here in the second game. At the mid-game interval, there's only a 3-point advantage in the first. She's looking very relaxed, if you ask me.
I would be that too.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach, you don't feel good.
Oh, backhand serve.
Yeah, that happens on occasions.
Yeah, but I don't recall her doing that particularly earlier in this match, has she?
No.
No.
Service over. 8-11.
It's well judged, just wide.
9-11.
Well, she is prone to these little lapses in concentration, TAI Tzu Ying.
She is. She's famous for it, I would say. See, that's where she's good.
Yeah.
Service over. 12-10.
Oh, that's delightful. Good rally. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness me.
13-10.
Look at that. Sends her in the wrong direction. Stands and waits, and how casual was that?
Very casual.
She's such a delight to watch, she really is, TAI Tzu Ying. Now that was a better return of serve.
$14-10.
So I sit here and think, you know, who can actually challenge TAI Tzu Ying in this tournament? And,
Service over.
I would say her normal foe,
11-14.
Ratchanok Intanong, who's in the opposite half, of course, can do it. But I also feel that Akane Yamaguchi is a good option here in this tournament. She plays well here at the All England, I think.
12.
Yeah, big finalist last year.
Yes, and coming from a win in Germany as well. I think she might be a strong contender as well.
Missed it.
13-14.
Not by much. Ugh, makes it look so easy.
Service over. 15-13.
Knew exactly what shot was coming back, and she was ready and waiting. Lucky net cord there
Service
from Michelle
over.
Lee.
14-15.
Not a lot you can do about that.
Oh, that's twice, isn't it?
Service
Yeah,
over.
that's her second service error.
16-14.
Oh dear, that's a little concerning. Look, she's sent the wrong direction. And then bent double. No, it's wide.
Service over. 15-17. Service over.
Time is running out for Michelle Lee.
But I agree with you that TAI Tzu Ying has really lost a little bit of concentration here in the latter part of the second game.
Nineteen 15.
2 points away from booking her place in the second round. Oh, my goodness me.
20.
What a shot.
Match point.
Very, very
15.
few players can play that, lunging out to the forehand side and blocking cross court. 5 match point opportunities. Oh,
I have been
away.
waiting for that one the whole match.
One of her trademark shots. A backhand cross-court net from very low down, and plays it for the outright winner. 4 straight points to close out the match. 21-12, 21-15. In a match lasting just 27 minutes. Well, the last time they met was 28 minutes, so even more efficient this time by TAI Tzu Ying. So, safely through, so no more upsets as far as #1 seeds are concerned, and the 2-time defending champion TAI Tzu Ying into round 2 tomorrow.